Morning everybody. It's about 6ish I believe. Usually I would be up at the crack of dawn, but I'm absolutely shattered after last week's walk, as you probably gathered in the video. Steve's over there, Brendan's right next door to me. We have parked in a car park in, I think it's Bakewell. No, it's not Bakewell. I can't remember. I'll put it down in the bottom there. So yeah, we're in a car park at the moment. We've stayed here. Apparently over there usually there's a nice view to look at. However, it's just murky and cloudy and yeah. So the weather's supposed to be better today. I feel absolutely shattered. I didn't really sleep, if I'm going to be honest, so that's even worse. I'm hoping today our walks today aren't going to be too strenuous because my feet are still killing me from yesterday. But yeah, so I finally got changed this morning. So obviously I didn't sleep like this. So I've got changed, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack all this stuff away because we've got to leave the car park by about 8 o'clock. So what I thought I would do for everybody is that I would bring, I'm just going to bring you over to the cliff edge, which is just here. So it's usually a little bit more nicer, and I would have the drone up really. So that's the last of the Monsell Trail, or well, it is the Monsell Trail. That's the walk that damn near killed me, and we parked around there somewhere, I think, or a little bit further on. But yeah, that's the Monsell Trail. Stunning views. The only problem is that I was absolutely shattered by the end of it. They say it was eight miles. I thought it was 8 hours, to be quite honest with you. It was probably the most I felt dead afterwards, to be quite honest with you. One thing I will say about this car park was it was so quiet. The Great Orme, that was actually quite an isolated location. We had real idiots come down in the night. They left stuff. They were just basically playing loud music till about 12 o'clock in the morning. Assholes. Whereas here, in a calm little town or little village in Derbyshire, where you'd expect at least 1 or 2 people lingering around. We've got houses there either side. I mean, that house is beautiful, by the way. Whoever owns that house, it's beautiful. And we've got a few bigger houses. This car park is literally open 24/7. It does say overnight parking, no overnight park. I find people contradict themselves quite a lot. And if you've noticed that it says on the signs, no camping, right? And there's a penalty of misuse of this car park by £50. Do not leave valuables in this car. However, it does then say evening overnight parking £1. So quite frankly, you know, you can't just say, you know, so what are we saying? Are we saying these guys have left their cars overnight? Status report for anybody that's asking. Yeah, I feel it still today. I actually noticed that the barbed wire that we crawled over, or rather we tried to climb over, not only did it rip my trousers, but it also, I also cut my leg. It might be one of the most prettiest park ups I think I've been to. I have to say, Steve tried to out-trump it after doing the Great Orme, but I'm gonna have to be honest, Steve, and I was honest with him as well in person, but that Great Orme, mate, was spot on. Honestly, the weather was amazing, everything about it was amazing. But this is I would like to say it's a contender, but I think he's going to have to do really better than you know, I mean, this is spectacular, but I think the Great Orme, for anybody that watched that video, and I will put it in the description if you haven't, and this is the first video you come to, but honestly, that park up was truly special.
As my drone took in the views, I found out one of my colleagues was awake, so we decided to play a practical joke on the one that was still asleep.
You know what they say, if the van's rocking, we won't come knocking.
Oh dear, that's how to get your very sleepy colleague up in the morning. Part 2 of trying to wake up our sleepy colleague.
Amazing what you've got to do, isn't it?
Brendan, it's all for good sport, mate.
A few moments later.
That worked, hasn't it? What is the other option? Wish I could drive his van off.
There it is, folks, back into car mode. One thing I will say, this was supposed to be 2 of 3. Well, when I say 2 of 3, I mean 2 of 3 days. But because I feel absolutely shattered, I have a sneaky suspicion we're probably going to make it. This is probably going to be the last day, mostly due to the fact because I'm absolutely dying. I think the real realisation for me about this whole car camping malarkey for me is that being in this car, it's not really the best of both, you know, it's not really the best of any world really. When I've been in Steve's van not so long ago, and I was in Brendan's last night, and the past couple of times, I've kind of had this kind of thought that, you know, maybe it's time for me to kind of get a bigger vehicle. And for anybody that wants to know if I'm doing any summer camps, that is right, I am going to be doing some summer camps, but I will be off on holiday to Norfolk in August time, which I don't know when the video will come out, but I'll be doing some explores. There's a lot of things to do in Norfolk, and honestly I've only scratched the mere surface of what it's like. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some more explores, and I hope you guys are too.
Yeah.
So that is the waterfall on the Monster Trail. Pretty spectacular, I must admit.
No.
Jolly boys out and all that.
Well, boys, we finally made it to the top.
Yeah.
Steve's a bit worse for wear.
I've done it twice.
Yeah.
You've been here 5 minutes catching your breath while we come up behind you, so you can get a breathless shot of us.
Yeah.
Hi. Just remember what I said earlier on. This guy here has gone through hell. Subscribe to him because he deserves every single one. I mean, you know, this is why he makes this content. For you guys, he doesn't make it for a laugh. He does it so you guys are getting something special every single time. Sub him or just stop. Don't watch his videos. Simple as that. Sub him or don't watch his videos. You agree? Yeah? That includes you, Dave Outdoors.
Right, we're nearly at the top. Oh dear. I'm getting some encouragement to get to the top. Oh dear me.
Oh, let's
Bloody hell.
Paco's pushing me in.
Feels like a train. The engine's usually at the back.
He just needs a little extra help.
Oh dear. We're back at the top.
What you know about it? Have you been here?
Don't know. All I know is that Martin Zero featured it in his video.
We've come to another mine. This time it's called Magpie Mine.
There's a stack there.
Isn't that interesting? So basically there was something called the Magpie Murders, and it took place in 1813, and basically 3 miners were killed, but the perpetrators were acquitted on a technicality. However, the victims' widows placed a curse on the mine, and it never made any profit since that day. The curse was blamed for a series of accidents and deaths. Surely that's some sort of witchcraft there. Wonder if it's haunted. During this here series of Exploring the Haunted. No, I think maybe this is probably a good place to probably do something here. That's if they would allow us, but I don't think they would. So that is the entire site just there. There was a gunpowder store. There's the Cornish engine house, which is what we were going to go to. There's the square chimney, which is that one there. And we've got the horizontal flume, which is down there. And then we've got the long engine house, which is literally next door. These blooming flies are everywhere. So there's the engine house. And that's part of that's the round chimney up there. That's where we're going to be going, folks, right over there. Isn't this stunning? There was a lot more scenery that we drove through. However, the reason being why I didn't capture it was because I was too focused on my driving, and I wasn't really focusing on making content really, because obviously the whole point of driving is that you're paying attention to the rules of the road and the dangers and the hazard perceptions of the road. So I kind of was just living in the moment really. But that's where we're going, over there, and the views already are absolutely spectacular. don't know whether or not my camera does it justice by me picking it up as far as it will go, but honestly, Peak District, wow, it's absolutely extraordinary. Bloody hell, folks, look at that view. Absolutely incredible. There's a huge lake there. Anybody in the comments can tell me what that lake is. There's another lake over there, actually. All this over there is Stoke-on-Trent, and Shropshire's literally over there somewhere. But absolutely amazing, it really is. All these different rock formations. I still think that's a monkey, but Steve thinks it's a frog. So anybody leave a comment. What do you think that looks like? I think it looks like a monkey. Maybe even an ape, who knows, but they're pretty much the same animal. Anyway, so I think this concludes, what is it, a 1 night, 2 day camp?
2 days, was going to be 3, but in the interest of obviously keeping your health up, you know, we'll go back today.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully there's going to be some more. We have got a really big trip planned. So yeah, don't go away, because the next one is going to be a perler. So big thanks to Brendan and also Steve. If you haven't subscribed to them already, obviously you probably have, but I mean, feel free to subscribe to them. I'll leave the channels in the description. Anyway, I'm going to finish off enjoying that lovely view, and I'll see you in the next one. We're on the road again, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the road again. We are going to the beautiful part of Wales. Onto the beautiful island of Anglesey.